What's up, everyone? I am Sniggenhoff, and we are playing some more Duelyst today. And today we have got Vitruvian, but we played Vitruvian yesterday, so we're going to go ahead and replace that. And we're going to play some Magmar. Sounds good. And I happen to have a Golem Magmar deck ready to go. So let's see how these games go. Find more fun and exciting ways for me to make hot misplays. I just got finished watching the Thunder Rockets game like 20 seconds ago. That wasn't very much fun. So hopefully this can help take my mind off it just a little bit. Obstaculo. I think that's how I would pronounce its name. Obstaculo. Yeah. I also have, I can't remember how many Cascading Rebirths I have in this particular deck, but I think it has some pretty decent uses for it, especially like even more in the Golemar deck than in the Keeper deck. Do I want to replace this Macantor? Alternatively, do I want to replace this Cascading Rebirth? What do I want to do? Cascading Rebirth does work well with Rebirth because the minion will leave an egg behind and then also transform. So that's pretty cool. I don't need two Celebrants, that's for darn sure. Bullet Scorpion, okay. Interesting play. Well, like, I doubt this what he had planned, but it's hard for me to natural selection that and play a minion this turn. I think what I'm going to do is just Celebrant into Young Sleazy, and whichever one he wants to kill with the Bullet Scorpion, he is free to go ahead and do so. What has he got going on? Maybe, no, I wouldn't think he'd be putting it in there just to ping with his Bloodborne spell. That doesn't seem like very good value. Maybe he just really likes Bullet Scorpion, Blue Tip Scorpion. I don't even know the right name for this card. Okay, that's fine. Yeah, looks like he's going to take out the Young Slithar, which is fine with me, honestly. Let's go ahead and replace Cascading Rebirth again. I think I'm going to play it like this. And I'm not going to attack with Celebrant because he could... It's the only minion on the board that he could ping for a tile next turn. So I'm going to play it. I'm going to slow roll that just a tad. Possibly wrong, but feels right. Which is all that matters, right? Okay. Repulsor Beast. Alright, interesting turn. I don't need this right now. Dire Tide Frenzy. Also a card I don't really need right now. I don't want to run out the Macantor this turn. Feels like a waste. I could, like, come down here, attack him, move over here, kill this, hero power, move up, and play a Metallurgist, probably here. Which seems fine, I guess. I'm going to attempt to just like minimize the chances I give him for his hero power to get value out of it. I don't want to just give him free stuff like that. and hopefully just by getting more value out of my hero power than he gets out of his, we can just eventually win the game. Especially if we keep the board clear of these shadow creep tiles, so that I don't get blasted by a huge obliterate to lose the game. So there's that. He's got 6 cards in his hand, which is kind of scary. But my minions are out of range of like Spectral Revenant and other things like that. Okay, I'm on 6. I can't get to 8. I'm gonna go ahead and play this first and see what happens. I kind of want to know what he gets out of the Reaper. Do I want to move him over to here? Well, he can move up to that square if I do that. So okay, that's fine. That is a perfectly fine thing for him to get out of Reaper. I just really didn't want him to get like a Macantor Warbeast, for instance. That would have felt terrible. I do have the Ragebinder for healing unless he kills both of my golems, which is unlikely. Grasp of Agony is fine. Probably mulliganing this Flash Reincarnation. I don't see myself needing it right now, or much at all in the future, to be honest with you. A second Reaper, which I unfortunately cannot natural selection, but I can Macantor. Them's just the breaks sometimes. I'm going to take this mana tile this time. Probably should have waited to move once again. Hailstone Golem isn't the worst thing in the world. I think I'm going to put that guy there. And then I kind of want to move here. Puts me in range of his Hailstone Golem, but that shouldn't be too much of an issue. Okay, don't really need a Celebrant. He is very, very close to losing this game, so that's good for us, and we are nowhere near close to losing this game. And he doesn't have near enough Shadow Creep tiles to burst me for 17. He could play a Spectral Revenant this turn, which would be annoying, but what would he even kill with it? Like, I guess you would kill the Macantor with this, Spectral Revenant here, and kill a Hailstone Golem with it, which will put me down to 13. But then he takes 6 damage on board, and I think I do have my Bloodborne spell up, so he's not Spectral Revenanting. But like, as long as Ragebinder lives, I win. Either through Bloodborne spell or through Dire Tide Frenzy. Grimes. Not the card you really needed there, bro. Yeah. Ooh, can I get there in time? Kizzy face. Good game. It's just, I mean, sometimes, especially, well, I'm not super familiar with what Cassie looks like right now, but I have played Cassie a lot in the past. I mean, if you don't keep the board under control, it can just be rough sometimes. And that was one of the reasons why I was just trying to make sure she couldn't get value off of her Bloodborne spell. I mean, going up against Kevin too hard. Now, question. Is it saying that he does the action of Kevining too hard, or that he is Kevin and that he is too hard? He has played Lionar to 2,600 wins, so that's pretty hard, I guess. Kind of don't want to throw this back, especially if I'm going to play Celebrant in the first turn. But I kind of do want to throw this back, just because I'd rather see another card. I don't have the most incredible opening play this turn. That looks a lot better. wish this was a natural selection. Can we turn it into a natural selection? No. No, we cannot. Alright, I am definitely moving to here. This guy can cover... He can move here all the way to here. Like, he can... Can he get to this square? That's what I need to know. No, he cannot. So I'm going to play the Metallurgist there, along with the Mana Tile there. I've been burned by thinking I was safe from Azurite Lion once before on one of these videos. I'm going to try not to make that mistake again. Yeah, if he takes this Mana Tile, I mean, there was nowhere else I could put it that would be safe from his grasp. So, that's just the way things happen sometimes. That's also fine, because I'm just going to eat it with Lava Slasher next turn. Can't be targeted by enemy spells. Does that include this? I'm hoping that does not include this. It does not include that. That's a bit bullcrap for her, but... Let's move him up to there. Now, see, Cascading Rebirth could be really good on him next turn. Because, I mean... So I ate something with it. That's a 1-for-1. I can then attack with it a second time. Possibly to kill something. Making it possibly a 2-for-1. And then Cascading Rebirth it into, say, a Mechantor Warbeast to get some really, really good value out of it. Alternatively... Okay, he's used both. He's used 2 of his 3 Aegis Barriers, if he's even got 3. Does this Flash Reincarnation do really anything for me this turn? I have 7 damage I could do to this guy. Okay. I probably shouldn't have moved him there. Probably should have left him here. But that was that's what we call a mistake, boys and girls. Holy Immolation. Brings him back up to 7 health. It's interesting to me he didn't move this. Like, he had the free kill on that, but he didn't take it. I definitely don't need this Flash Reincarnation in my hand right now. Hello. Yeah, this is the best way I have to kill it, so I'm just going to do this. I'm going to come up to here, hit him here, and then Cascading Rebirth him over to here. He loses 1 attack, but he heals 3 health essentially off of it. And there was a 50-50 shot for that to be a Mechantor Warbeast as well. So, and I also gained 1 extra movement point with that, so he can't just run to the corner. Elix Stormblade. Do you have the last Aegis Barrier? He does not. Thank goodness. I don't really want to mulligan either of these cards, so I'm not going to. Alright, we got ourselves in a pretty good position right now. Drew a young Sleazy, which we probably don't really need. Although, depending on the situation, might be better to heal and play it than play Mccanter. But that may not be the case. But I think that is what I'm going to do, actually, because I'm going to come up to here, attack this with him, come over here, play Young Slithar here, and heal myself. I like that play. And then you come up a little bit closer, just in case I need you to do some damage at the end of the game. This is nice. Both of these are nice cards to have in the hand. Although I have no... Oh, I do have a Golem still. I do have a Golem still. I've been burned by not having Bond once before as well, so that's a thing. Excelsius. A bit annoying. But... can we win this turn? This would deal 4 to his face no matter what. I can't win, but I can kill this off with this and that. This is 4. And then that would be 5. That would bring me down to 9 health. No. Bring me down to 7 health, 8 health. I'm having trouble mathing right now. It put me pretty low. He has 4 cards in hand. I can't kill it with the Boulder Breacher this turn, though, so I think I have to do this. Oh, I have to attack it there. That's fine. So that does only leave me 1 damage away from killing him, I guess. I probably should have replaced this to see if I could have gotten anything. Just box him in. What you got? Decimates. Okay, so you kill those two minions. Alright. I have something for you, bro. This is Kiss. I'm gonna blow at you. Alright, there's 2. Kevin Too Hard has bit the dust. Can we get past the Game 3 curse? Or will I find a new, excruciating way to lose Game 3? To find out, stay tuned after this short break. Alright, Magmar versus Magmar. We're playing against puppers. I don't know how I feel about playing against puppers. Oh man, this is a hand. Do I want to get rid of one of these 2 Lava Slashers? Like, Lava Slasher's so good, but I don't have a turn 2 play right now. If I could mulligan into a Golem Metallurgist, this hand would be dope. Didn't get there. I think I will replace this Dire Tide Frenzy for now. To a Rage Binder. It's at least something to play on the next turn. Or Hailstone Golem. That's also a thing to play on the next turn. Alright, Puppers, what you got? Cryptographer. I wonder if he's playing the Drogon deck then? Which is just, if he is, that's just something I need to watch out for. Probably take a solid amount of burst on the Drogon turn, but then after that we can probably handle it. Yeah, I think I'm just going to play the Hailstone Golem and play it right here so we can't take the Mana Tile next turn. Don't want him getting the free Lava Slasher. That doesn't seem all that great. I kind of want to save this for a Drogon if we see it in the future. And I don't like ever mulliganing natural selection, so yeah, we're gonna hold on to all these cards. Oh, now you show up. So what does he do? Thumping Wave, this guy. Alright. That's one of his Thumping Waves gone as well, so something to think about. We are going to need to... Why are you keeping your Cryptographer alive so much? We are going to need to find probably a Earth... that one card. Earth Sphere. Do I want to hold on to this Golem Metallurgist? We're kind of late for it, because right now I'm going to move up here and play the Lava Slasher. Yeah, I think I'm going to throw it back for now. And I don't think I really want to race him right now. He's obviously a deck that wants to race, and until I get my healing in my hand, I don't think I should be doing that. Although I do have some healing in my hand, I guess. I'd rather just keep his board clear and outvalue him. Yep, there's the Drogon. So how much damage are you going to do to me this turn? Although he could go after the Lava Slasher. That is a possibility. He did. Which means I can't use natural selection on it. I have to Egg-morph it. Yeah, I don't have enough mana for that. I could have, like, flashed out a Ragebinder, but eh. A Canter? Yep. I could Ragebinder. I could play at least 4 cards this turn, although that doesn't feel all that great. So I would natural selection, Ragebinder, flash, Ragebinder. Maybe that is the right call. It does leave me kind of low on cards, but it puts a lot of threats on the board, and gives me 2 sources of bond for Boulder Breacher. And heals me for 3. Sets up a nice Macanter turn for him, though. Let's do that. He's on 7. Second Macanter. Lava Slasher, alright. Healing Mystic. I think we got Boulder Breacher, Cascading Rebirth this turn. Oh, what did I just used my hero power instead of Cascading Rebirthing. That's fine. I was gonna Cascading Rebirth here, but whatever. I don't think it's too big of a deal. He would just kill the egg next turn anyway, and who knows what I've got. I mean, would have gotten a 4-drop out of it. I have a Macantor for the next turn, though, which is very nice. Plus 7, 12 damage on the field. And if it's needed, I could, like, Hail Mary this into a Macantor to try to win the game off of it. Although he's just going to kill this turn. Which is good for me, because that'll put him a lot closer to dead. Alright, my face plus Macantor wins the game right now. He put the Lava Slasher in the right spot, though. And he's got a Healing Mystic. No, that was not the card I wanted to see. Yeah, I think I'm going to hold on to this just in case I get something with Bond that I want to play next turn. We're pretty well ahead. He has 3 cards in his hand, I've only got 2. But, Greater Fortitude, that's unfortunate. Although it still dies if he attacks me with it. Sunsteel Defender. Okay, he's out of cards. Need to draw something super dope right here. Wasn't quite it. Taking the 6 damage feels kind of unfortunate, but I think I need to do it. Jeez, that's not the card I need. Does he have the win? Yeah, he does. Well, once again, I find great ways to lose game 3. Yeah, because without the Thumping Wave, he would have forced a draw, but of course he gets the Thumping Wave. I'm pretty sure I have Thumping Wave in this deck. I didn't check beforehand because I pull up the I open up Duelyst, I look at the quests, and then I go in and I make sure I have a deck. But this time, because it was Vitruvian 2 days in a row, I replaced and didn't get a chance to look at the deck in between. But I'm pretty sure I've got Thumping Wave in this deck, although I haven't seen it in the 3 games we've played so far. So maybe I do not, which would be unfortunate. Because Thumping Wave is kind of a good card. Yeah, I think I'm going to hold on to all these cards. But let's see if we can defend our honor here in game 3. Depending on what he plays, I can move down here, move up here, play the Hailstone Golem here, and then natural selection this. Or possibly this, if it's a Golem Metallurgist, which is, I think, what I'm going to do. And I'm going to throw that back. It'd be funny in that last game. There's some alternate universe where I did the Cascading Rebirth and I totally won the game because of it. It would be just to my luck. Alright, so we're on 4 next turn. Ways away from playing Macantor, although I could flash out the Macantor if I find decent enough value for it. Hailstone Golem. I mean, he did set up for a nice Macantor. Yeah, I mean, I come down to here, or even to here, attack this, leave the egg there, flash out the Macantor, attack the egg, 4 damage to all this, and then move this guy here and kill this off. That doesn't feel too bad, to be honest with you. Let's not do that quite yet. Okay, it's almost the same as playing the 6 Cosmic Hunter in terms of like health. And I get to have 2 4/2s on the board, and he gets to not. He does have a card up on me in his hand, though, which is, I mean, it's not, it's unfortunate, but it's not too big of a deal. Everything is unfortunate, as long as, if I don't win, that is. If I win, then things are very fortunate. GC Hua, or Gachua, or GCHUEH. You know, it stands for Good Child Has Uneven Extra Hands. That's probably what it is an acronym for that. So does that mean he's got like 4 hands on one side and only 3 hands on the other? That's, I mean, that's sad. Symmetry is always nice to have. Saberspine Tiger. You know, if you want to play a Saberspine Tiger to kill off the Hailstone Golem that I've already gotten 4 damage out of, I think I am perfectly fine with that. So I could run out both my minions, although it is kind of running them straight into a Macantor Warbeast. But if I play them here and here, that's not as bad. I am running out of cards though. I'm tempted to replace one, but things match up pretty well for me right now, and we can just kind of try to race him if we want. Maybe I should replace this Egg Morph. If he plays Macantor next turn, it's going to be killable the turn afterwards, unless he does the egg thing like I did. Yeah, let's go ahead and throw that back and see what we get. Boulder Breacher is not too bad, and Lava Slasher is definitely not too bad. I must just not have Thumping Wave in this deck. Yep, Macantor. He learned my trick. But I can just Lava Slasher it. I still submit, like I've seen on the Reddit people having ideas for how to nerf Lava Slasher. If he was a 4/7 or a 4/6, he would be perfectly fine. It's just the fact that he's a 4/9 allows me to kill off this Macantor Warbeast and still have a 4/5 on the board. It's crazy. Tempted to throw back this Boulder Breacher to try to get healing, but I think I want the Boulder Breacher in case things go south on the next turn. That Lava Slasher certainly is nice. Is that all 3 of the Lava Slashers I've gotten in this game? I think so. When the set first came out, I thought Golem Magmar was going to be bonkers. But this guy is like one of the best reasons to play Golem Magmar, and sometimes it can feel kind of hard to keep Bond up for a full turn. Then you just like having it sit here in your hand, like waiting for the best time to use it. And then, surprise, surprise, the best time never comes along. And then you die old and alone. Lava Slasher of his own. That doesn't save you, though. You need to play something here. But then I can just Lava Slasher that, and we win the game. Flash. Okay, if it has less than 4 health, which him flashing it out, that's a little unfortunate. That'll do, pig. Kissy face. Alright, went 3-1 today. Still couldn't get over the Game 3 curse, but whatever. If you enjoyed the video, feel free to like it, leave a comment, and subscribe to the channel. Also, if you have a deck you would like to see me play, feel free to email it to me at sniggenhoff@gmail.com. Anyways, thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you tomorrow.